Hey guys, it's Rachel and welcome back to the video. And this week I am going to be doing another Draw with Jazza character challenge. If you guys have never seen this challenge on my channel, basically what it is I use Draw with Jazza's Arty Party app and I do the character challenge and do 4 5-minute character challenges on one piece of paper, and I do a voiceover for all of them. And if you guys wanted to check out my other character challenges, I will leave them down in the description below or upper right hand corner of the screen right now in a card, and you guys can check them out. Let's get right into this. Alright, so our first challenge today is a punk from an ancient time who's wearing leather armor. This is probably one of the harder ones for today because I didn't really know what to do with the ancient time attribute. I didn't know whether I wanted him to be wearing something, to be doing something, to be in a certain place, but I went with wearing, which you'll see later in the challenge. But first I start off by working on his punk attribute because I wanted to have time to think about what to do with the ancient time thing. So I start off by sort of giving him like a rock and roll position with a guitar and the hand thing, don't know exactly what it's called, and just giving him like a spiky guitar that sort of gives that punk attribute. And eventually I give him some like spiky edgy hair that also adds to his punkiness, if that's so. Next I start adding in his eyebrows, and on his left eyebrow I add a little bit of a cut into his eyebrow just to add some edginess, and then add some earrings and start drawing in the mouth with his tongue hanging out. One thing I wanted to ask you guys during this challenge is, do you guys like to hear me do voiceovers over like my speed arts and more videos? Because lately I've been sort of doing a voiceover and then playing music, so I want to know if you guys want to hear more voiceovers throughout the entire video, or you're fine with some music in the video also. So as you can see now, I've added in the punky hair and went with some sort of thing on his head to try to portray ancient time. It didn't really turn out very well, but the other two attributes turned out good because he got the punkiness of him and the leather armor, which I'm drawing in right now. I also draw some sort of dress skirt thing around his lower half, which is also supposed to portray ancient time. Don't really know how that worked, but we're gonna go with it. And then finishing off the drawing, I'm adding in the setting, putting him on his stage, plugging his guitar into an amp in the background to sort of put him like he's playing at a concert, and then putting some lines around the amp to make it seem like loud music is coming out of it, adding a little smoke machine in the back to also add to his punkiness. And that's about the end of the drawing. So here is the final product. This one turned out pretty good. So let's go ahead and get into the next challenge. Alright, our second challenge for today is a pirate searching for a divine object who's wearing a shark outfit. So I was kind of thinking about this one for a little bit, so I was just sort of sketching out his head. But while I was doing this, I was thinking about what I wanted to do with this, because I could somehow kind of tie out all 3 of these objectives together, and that was what I was trying to figure out. So I knew that sharks and pirates often have an association together, so I tried to tie those together, and the divine object was the one that was hard for me to figure out. And then I ended up figuring it out, and I basically did treasure as the divine object, which is what pirates often look for, and the sharks is what keeps them from it sometimes. This isn't always, but sometimes. So I'm starting off by drawing out a pirate. I accidentally drawn an arm and realized I got to draw on a shark fin because he's wearing a shark outfit. So I make the actual shark kind of look a little derpy. Just wanted to make it kind of funny. I add in a hook to show that he's a pirate. Eventually I added in some dreads to also add to the pirate effect. I make sure that the shark eyes really bulge out and that his mouth is sort of cartoony. Wanted to give our cartoony, humorous effect to the shark. Thought it'd be kind of funny. And then I attempted to add in the pirate's hat, but it kind of just looks like hair, so that wasn't very successful. But the rest of his outfit was. Now I'm starting to add in his pirate ship, and I didn't want to do a whole lot with his pirate ship because I didn't want to draw away attention from the background. But it's basically some wood and some screws later on. adding in the water line, and then putting in a few sharks, which all of it will make sense in just a little bit once I add in that X in the corner, and that is the divine object. So basically, he's dressing up as a shark to get to the divine object, I guess, by sailing, like swimming, I guess, and trying to blend in with the sharks. So that's supposed to be the funny aspect, I guess. I don't know. That's how I was trying to tie them all together. It was supposed to be funny. In my head, it was funny, but it really wasn't. But yeah, this is probably one of my favorite today because I tried to make a story out of this objects or subjects that I was given and came out with something pretty funny. So I'm finished with the drawing, added a little eye patch, and here's the final product. Let's get right into the third challenge. Our third challenge for today is a little child that's a graffiti artist wearing several watches. I just noticed that the last 3 challenges, including this one, have ended with who's wearing blank. That's odd. Maybe all of them are like that. I don't know. Don't remember what the 4th challenge is. So this one, I decided to add a little bit of the humor aspect that I tend to add in 1 to 2 of the drawings during a character challenge. I do about 1 to 2 challenges or drawings with the googly eyes, which you see right here in my character challenges. They always just make it more humorous, fun to draw. So starting off by putting in the child, adding in the googly eyes, and putting in those one of those little like umbrella hats. Does anyone know what those are? I don't know either, but basically it's like a rainbow hat with like a little umbrella on top. I don't know. I thought it was funny looking, so I put it on. Then I gave him a spray paint can, and I put some watches on his arm. And then I tried to like sneak his other arm behind like his back to sort of like, I don't really know why. I just thought it'd be a good thing to do. You can't really see his arm, but I fix that later in the video. So right now what I'm doing is I'm basically like shading in the background and adding in cars and stuff, which I did a little bit earlier, but that's what I was doing. And basically during this time, I was trying to figure out what he would be spray painting because I was trying to figure out something funny or something that would like something childish or something like that. But I was running out of time, so I ended up doing a watch. Wasn't that funny, but basically what I was trying to do with it is like he had an obsession with watches. I don't know, maybe that's a thing. And then all I did was add in the little spray paint effect, made the dripping from the watch, and that was about all I did for the spray paint, except I added in a few hearts to add to his obsession. Then all I did is I moved the mouth up a little bit to make it even cuter and drippier, added in some shorts and some shoes, and then eventually I start to mess with the arm a little bit and add a little bit more detail on the spray paint can because I was just trying to waste time. But I tried to do something different with the arm because I feel like you couldn't see it. So instead I changed it and gave him a thumbs up instead. Thought it was pretty cool. So this is probably one of my least favorites of the challenge, but it was still a good drawing, not gonna lie. So here's the final product. Let's get on to the last challenge. Alright, our last challenge of the day is an aspiring artist that loves animals who's wearing a schoolgirl outfit. So this one, by far, out of all of them, I know I've said this before that I liked the other ones. I know they were my favorite, but this one by far is my favorite just because it's so fabulous. At the end, it's just really odd. But basically what I wanted to do is basically be like a grown man, I guess, just like a guy wearing a schoolgirl outfit, galloping in the pasture with his animals. Why not? You know? So basically I'm going to do the googly eyes on this one, do another funny one. So I start off by drawing in the head and just the body. I went with noodle arms, thought it would be kind of funny, like he was galloping and his arms and legs are like noodling around. Thought that'd be kind of funny. So then I start by adding in that classic artist hat, and then putting in the classic artist scarf. Duh. I almost went with the striped shirt that also goes along with that stereotype, but I decided to go with the schoolgirl outfit instead. For that, I add in a little skirt that goes along with the schoolgirl outfit, put a paintbrush in his hand, and just add in some more schoolgirl attributes because I thought it was super funny. So later on, I start to add in some stuff in the background along with animals that look really special. I don't really know how to draw animals that well, so they look a little odd, but that's okay. And I just wanted to ask you guys, have you ever seen channels such as like Odd Ones Out, Domix, Jaden Animations, people like that, you know, those animation channels? I was wondering what you guys think about those channels, and if you guys would like me to do a few videos like that. I wouldn't do them all the time because they take a long time to make, and you guys seem to like these videos too, and I like to make these videos too where they're like straight art related, but I would be glad to make those animation videos. I know how to make them, and I think they'd be really fun to make. So let me know your opinion on that in the comments down below, and I might do those. So we're finishing up the drawing, adding in a few sparkles, and I gave the guy a goatee, but I also gave him ponytails. You know, it's just a really, really beautiful art piece. So here's the final product. It is just beautiful. If you guys did enjoy this challenge, make sure you leave a thumbs up. Leave a comment down below letting me know what you guys think about the whole voiceover and animation thing. Love to hear you guys' feedback. And don't forget to subscribe for more awesome weekly videos, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye.